Today, the streets are even more dangerous than you think.
You like flying? I got something that'll really make you fly.
All right.
Welcome,
everybody. This has been a long time in the making.
Damn right.
And now it's made. And you're watching it with your eyes.
It's being made, yeah.
That's right. Welcome to the Lobster Bisque podcast with J-Mo, Jameson, J-Money with 11 Ys.
Yeah.
And Colin with 1 L. And that's how it's spelled. And I want everyone to know that. And that's the original spelling. Or CB shooting.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like Colin with 2 L's is just
Colin with 2 L's is
unacceptable?
when you write my name with 2 L's. I don't hate you, but I think of you as less.
That's disrespect for sure.
I think of you less as a person. I'm gonna turn that off. That's our timer there. I think we're gonna go for about an hour.
Okay, cool.
And we got a few bits.
Yeah. The first
few gags.
The first Colin I met actually spelled his name with 2 L's.
Let's start it here. Fuck that guy.
There's not a story to it.
Fuck that guy. I'm sure he's fine, but
he was a friend, or he was my friend's brother.
Okay.
Who I was friends with in like elementary school. He was a gymnast. Not Colin. Colin's brother.
Colin's brother.
And then I don't know. He got like some sort of like disease or something.
Rest in peace, Colin.
No,
with 2 L's.
he's still kicking. I think.
I gotta be honest. I'm a little confused.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, so shout out to him. And, yeah, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I know J-Mo probably feels the same.
Oh, 100%, dude.
And, of course, if two people are going to make a podcast, they've got to have some kind of history together. And J-Mo and I have been making YouTube videos since 7th grade. When my voice was probably, 10 octaves higher?
Up.
10 octaves up.
We're going to be playing Mario Maker, and it's going to be great.
This is like...
J-Mo's always had this very... Hey, how's everybody doing? It's JMO Games 456.
It actually is funny you say that because I look back on those videos a lot on JMO Games and I'm like you can obviously notice a difference. And like now, comparatively, me as a 19-year-old to me as a 14-year-old or whatever, it's different.
It's different, but
the difference between
I can
your
tell
voice
it's you.
then
You can't.
and now
I
and
showed
my
that
voice
video to
then now is
Hannah.
significantly different. Like I would be watching the videos and I'd be like, why is my voice like not different? You can hear it in everyone else's, but mine is the same. And I don't know.
Well, you've just always been a man.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess
As
so.
we were just talking, because it took about I came over here and we were gonna film it, and then it took about an hour.
You got here at like 4:30.
Yep, and it's 6:20 right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of 6:20, it's 4:20.
Happy 420, everyone!
Which
wow,
is,
why didn't we fucking?
We could have kicked it off with. Well, it's actually we're recording this on 420. It's
right.
coming out on Earth Day.
Oh,
shout out to the Earth. It's gonna come out on Thursdays.
So that is Earth Day then.
Yeah.
I didn't know if. I thought you were like making something up.
No, it is Earth Day.
I do know what Earth Day is. I've heard of that.
Right. Why is it Earth Day? What made that day the day of the Earth?
Is there a significance to the date?
I'm sure there is.
I mean,
maybe we should know that.
Well, because that's the thing. There's a fucking holiday for every day now, bro. Like, if you do you on Snapchat at all? Ever?
Not really.
Okay, well, I begrudgingly say that I'm addicted to Snapchat. Like, I'm not.
You still do the streaks for the little fire?
Yeah.
You like the little fire next to the names?
I changed my emojis.
Oh,
it's
what
different
is it? Is it an
symbols on
eggplant?
there. It's just
Please tell me it's an eggplant.
No. I just chose. I just made them all black emojis, just like a spade and a heart and a.
Oh, that's classy.
Spade, club, that kind of shit.
Right. And you know what they mean? I never understood it. I'd be on Snapchat and I get little
I just wanted to be
emojis
different than everyone else. I was like, everyone has fucking purple dot and a.
But ironically,
happy emoji
everybody's
and a
on
fire.
Snapchat.
Exactly.
There you go, man.
Exactly.
I got off Snapchat when you get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that's like the only person I'm talking to. Yeah. She sees my face enough. She doesn't need to see it anymore. She doesn't need to see.
I couldn't imagine myself Snapchatting with my potential girlfriend. Yeah. I never did with Hadley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so today is 420, which is National Weed Awareness Day, and so just remember, it's hurting kids and it's making art boring.
So it is Weed Awareness Day now?
No, I'm being silly.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you hear the thing? It's ruining art, right? Because
Yeah.
it only makes art better.
That is
There's
accurate.
no art.
That's
even...
how I write songs.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyway.
You get on it.
I was
you
talking
get
about
on
Snapchat,
it, man.
right?
Yeah.
We were talking about what was it?
Something about the streaks. I said something about streaks.
Well, it was because the streak. I could not care less about streaks.
Well, it's annoying.
I just respond when someone snaps me.
Right.
I mean, unless like if
Which
it's
is
my
desperate
friend.
as hell, dude.
Well,
They think they think you're clinging to their snap. You gotta give them
it's not
some.
immediate. It's just I see I have
It better
a snap
not be,
and I'm
or
like,
else
all right, I'll fucking.
you're the saddest person
that's
alive.
That's my homie. I'll just fucking like whatever. You know, I'm on.
Why'd
Snap.
you respond so fast?
But all I'm saying, dude, is I wake up and I go on Snapchat.
That's the problem.
Like I wake up and but it's not for the streaks though.
Yeah, it's for the news.
It's for the Discover page.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it is.
dude,
It's for the
screw
fucking
the
news,
Discover
bro.
page.
It's
There's nothing on
the
there.
Discover page on Snapchat is the stupidest page on my phone.
There's
for
infinite
sure.
content, and none of it is actual content. And you'll click on
all
it,
stupid.
and it's ads. It's
Except
just a
for,
way to
like,
get
I
you
mean,
to.
there's like some Minecraft shit on there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go.
Like some speed.
Well, you can
builds and shit.
customize it. I think you can like follow what
Yeah.
you want to follow.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how it works.
Me neither, because
All I know is you got stories, and then the other thing, and then more of the other thing under it.
It's funny because it traps me
you
on
can
there.
subscribe to certain stories.
It's funny because I'll swipe over there because you know what? I definitely look at that. I'll snap maybe 1 or 2 people every week, maybe. But yeah, you'll swipe to the right, which I hate how they changed the whole interface. It's just all confusing now. There's like 5 things on the bottom. Every social media platform is trying to be every other social media platform at all times. And so I'll swipe over there, and it'll keep me on there for like, if I'm home like 20 minutes, and I'm looking for something. I'm looking to see something, and I never find it.
Yeah.
But I'll still scroll, and it'll be like, Kim K did this. You won't believe what she said. And then you click on it, and you got to watch 5 ads to see that she didn't say fucking anything.
Okay, so that differs a little bit from the way I do it, because I am I don't scroll. You know, I don't like when I'm on the Discover page. I'm not just going like this. You know, I don't go, there are certain stories that I subscribe to and actually look at. Like, just because like I don't know if it's because I'm like a fan of them or because they have like intriguing headlines or whatever, but I have a whole
and that's it. That's all it is.
I have a whole album on my phone of screenshots of stupid
Snapchat. No, I know. I see it on your story. That's
dude,
and your story
about that
kills
shit.
it. Your story always kills it. That's the
that's-
only story I care about.
Well, thank you.
And then
that
the
means a
plug.
lot.
The plug's got some interesting
dude,
stories.
That's what Snapchat is for.
It's plug
That's
stories
what
and
it's
JMO
for.
making fun of people who are talking about getting vaccinated.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that was
But get vaccinated.
that shit. Was
Get
so,
vaccinated.
Okay.
But
yeah,
you
let's
don't have
talk
to
about
post
that,
the
actually.
cards everywhere.
Dude.
They're literally saying it's a security breach
Yeah,
if you post it.
I know. I didn't even when I posted about that. When I said, "Hey, no one really gives a fuck if you got your vaccine," I wasn't even saying it in a way of like, that's not safe. You probably shouldn't post that. I just was pissed off. I was like, I genuinely don't.
You're
give
not
a
saying
fuck.
don't get vaccinated, but you're saying stop telling it because one, there's people that are having trouble getting vaccinated, so it's like. You're kind of flexing. I think it's a light flex that you're not gonna get this disease, and then these. I don't know.
It's like flexing that you got your driver's license.
Yeah, which is something we all did at 15, and we all walked into math class like. You know what I mean?
I never fucking did
Oh, you
that
did.
shit.
You did.
No, I did
yes,
not.
you did,
bro.
I
told my friends about it, but like I wouldn't post about it, and I definitely
Do you
wouldn't
still
post
when you drive?
videos of me driving my friends around at 15 where I legally you cannot drive without
I guess 16 would have been
licensed
the,
adult.
I guess.
No, but there were hella girls in our class who got their permit. And then they were just
They would
driving
post
people
it.
Yeah,
They would
driving
post
hella
it.
people around.
Hey,
It's
I mean,
just-
I was
and, like,
doing some messed up shit.
Yeah, like I don't
not
give a
driving
shit.
with a permit.
Well,
and
yeah, I mean,
driving
I know
places I wasn't
plenty of
supposed to.
people who have, or at least one person, 2 now, who have driven without a license, and like, that's not a big deal to me.
It's not a big deal till you get
don't
pulled over, which is
care.
funny because I was doing that and not getting pulled over, and then the first day I had my license, a cop rolled up on me while I was listening to music outside of our friend Eli's house, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?"
You weren't even like driving or anything.
No, we were literally just parked there, listening to music on the aux, and it's like,
he suspected
yeah,
you guys.
he
were up to
sure
no
got
good.
us. He saw
Fuck 12,
we got 2
bro.
teens there. F12, right? And
F12.
F12, and F the
F12.
Derek guy What's his name? Derek Shaw?
I don't give a
Whatever.
shit. I'm not gonna say his name. My dad was telling me about
Dickhead.
it. Yeah.
Officer Dickhead is
Dickhead.
facing 75 years in jail.
Yeah. My dad was
So,
telling me about
thank
that
God.
actually. Like right before he came over, I was like getting dressed or whatever after my shower, and he was like, "Did you hear that Chapin is going to jail or
Dick.
whatever?" And I was like, "Who?" I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You know, the guy who killed George Floyd." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Well, good. Because people, I mean, oh my God, you're getting, his phone's getting blown up because he's just too famous for this podcast.
I don't know how to pronounce his name because I'm not going to make the effort to find out how.
Just say George Floyd's killer, murderer.
George Floyd's murderer, yeah.
The guy that murdered someone who didn't deserve it.
Correct.
And now he's paying for it, and thank God, because I think it's really the first big, like, guilty verdict win.
It really is genuinely a moment of history.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was today that was made.
Yes.
So it'll be 2 days, whatever. But when I was a sophomore in high school, I actually joined the Anti-Defamation League. And it's kind of an interesting story because they only had me there because they thought I was Jewish, and that's fine and I'm not Jewish, and that's fine.
Who didn't think you were Jewish?
A lot of people thought I was Jewish.
Do you remember? Well, I can talk about that later.
A lot of people call me Jewfro, which, looking back at it, you shouldn't be saying it. It's
you
a silly.
Had a Jewfro.
I had a Jewfro,
but
I just had a bobblehead. That's all it was, and now I'm a little more proportionate, but we're not there. But anyway, so they brought me to this Anti-Defamation League to like learn about it, and the day that I was there was the verdict of the guy that killed Michael Brown here in St. Louis, and he was innocent.
Wait.
It was
your sophomore year of high school?
My sophomore year of high school is when that was determined, and it feels like that just happened. I know what you're saying.
No. Was there a different Michael Brown?
No, that was when it was decided that he was. No, Michael Brown's the guy that was shot in the gas station, or because they thought that he was stealing from the gas station.
I thought Michael Brown was shot,
which he wasn't.
Like 5 times when we were in like 7th grade in Ferguson.
Exactly, and then the verdict
and they
for
decided on that.
Yeah,
when we were fucking sophomores.
Yes,
Jesus.
Well, it's a really long process because they want to be thorough about it, whatever.
Well, yeah,
I understand it.
I feel like it shouldn't take that long, though.
No, and you've got a ton of people and like hurting hearts that want justice, and it takes years. Yeah, and so anyway, I was there, and I ended up actually writing something for our superintendent to say on the microphone.
Oh, wow.
And we were on KMOV. Like, you can see my big, fat, pudgy, bobblehead Jewfro face. Yeah.
What do you do about the people that don't want to listen?
You have to be able to compromise. That's the most important part. You have to find a middle ground that you can both, like, work together on.
On the news, if you go to KMOV talking about it, and my face should not be... Who am I to talk about? I was a sophomore in high school, but they brought us together to sit down and talk about it. And
because you have a Jewfro.
Basically. But I did learn a lot, and long story short, it is a big win today for all of us. Not just black people, but the fact that the police are actually being held accountable for...
Yeah, I think...
Even though black people are definitely falling victim to that much, much more, but there are a lot of cases where police are acting on biases and they're not being held accountable because that's just their job. But you have to disassociate your own bias with your occupation. It doesn't work. I work as a butcher. Let's do this.
I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah.
I work as a butcher and I can't say we're not going to say the grocery chain, but it's a big local grocery chain. And if every time an annoying old white lady came up to me, I just treated her like shit, I'd lose my job. And I wouldn't have a ton of people like standing behind me. Yeah. No, because I was a piece of shit in that moment, and I don't understand. It is a job. It's not a lifestyle. It's not a blue life. It's your occupation, and if you're going there, you have to understand. And there has to be certain training for bias.
Yeah.
100%. We'll talk about all types of things. That was one of them.
Today's a big day for the
Black
Lives Matter movement.
That's right. And it was declared Doge Day. I don't know if you're following the crypto world. You know cryptocurrency? Okay, so there's this coin. Wow, his phone's blowing up again.
I'm getting
Mr. Young Celebrity over here.
Yeah, you know me.
But yeah, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency that was valued at less than a penny. Okay? And I got into cryptocurrency a few weeks ago and actually bought some of Uniswaps and some Ethereum. And they're kind of slowly getting up there. But my friend at work, he bought Dogecoin. He put $20 in. And that was while it was under a penny.
Way up, right?
It's about at 30 cents now.
Oh,
he made at least $1,000, if not much more. And he's sending me videos on Snapchat, so there you go. It all comes full circle. On Snapchat, just of his bank account going ding, 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 ding.
Dude.
He's such an ass, too, because he was making fun of me for my crypto. I invested $200 in Uniswap and Ethereum. He invested $20. He's profited 100 times more than I have.
That's why, like, I know absolutely nothing about cryptocurrency. I know nothing about the stock market. I know nothing about
But that's what it is.
investing.
It's stocks. It's how many people trust that company with their money.
I thought I was going to learn a lot in personal finance. I did not learn shit.
No.
I did not
Just
learn...
Gordon Ramsay. We just sat around and watched that old motherfucker.
Fuck that guy, dude. Fuck that dude. Gordon Ramsay
he makes money.
Sucks,
yeah.
bro. Like,
he lost.
He, even...
he literally lost all of his money, and that's why he has money now, because he's talking about how he lost all of his money.
Well, what? He has a radio show, right?
I guess where he gives advice.
Is that how he got his money?
Talking about it, yeah. That's it.
Well, yeah. That's why it's I don't know the word for it, but it's confusing because he's giving tutorials on how to make money.
Yeah.
How to be a millionaire by the
but
time
you
you're
failed.
60 or whatever.
But you fucking failed.
But we don't know how he got there.
I'm sure it's out there.
Because a rich person, like, he's not. I mean, how old is he? Like 50 or something? I mean, he's probably 60 by now, but.
He's an old fart. And
point is, his videos suck. All he would do is flex his money. He'd be like, if you do this and this and this and that and that and also all these things, you'll be a millionaire.
Yeah.
By the time you're 70.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's like, let's get this going. That's why this podcast exists, right? Because we're on our way to $1 million. This is where it starts, guys.
Milli subs, baby.
Milli subs, $2 million.
Milli views, yeah.
All of it comes right here with the pilot episode.
With the pile of coins that you can't see.
You can't see it. There's coins here because we're raw. And JMO wanted to make it look raw, so we put coins here.
They actually were already there.
Well, they were there.
I'm not going to move them.
There you go. But anyway, with Gordon Ramsay, I remember I was in that class watching those videos, and my class was, a majority African American, and that, I promise I'm getting somewhere with this. And Gordon Ramsay, this privileged-ass rich white guy, is up on stage talking about debt, and he has chains on his arms, and he goes, and I'm free. And he drops the chains.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, Dave, you're a simpleton. You're not very sophisticated. The financial world thinks I'm a wiener in a steakhouse, And my net worth 6 times what any one of theirs is. Isn't it amazing? It's a concept. But we got out of these things, and I want to show you how.
Remember that.
And everyone in the class was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, dude,
it's
you weren't in chains because you had less than a couple $100,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
He exaggerates everything, and it's a very, like, you can get their mentality. But the only reason he's so confident in saying that is because he's being paid to say it. That's how he is in that place. Is by, getting that money.
I remember being confused right off the bat when we started watching those videos because it was like a TED Talk or something. He's literally on stage with in front of a crowd of people, a whole audience, just talking to them about money. And he's like, buy my book, buy my other book. This is my daughter who knows
spend money
something
to
about...
make. You got to spend money so you can hear me talk about how you can make money.
Yeah, it's just...
You can get the lessons for free.
I think...
I'm sure you can.
I just think
we did in personal finance.
He's a scam.
Yeah.
I don't know. We also... The best part about that class was when we watched the movie about identity theft, which...
I don't really remember it.
You might
it rings a bell. It rings a bell.
Did you have Mr. Forehead?
I had Mr. Forehead.
Nice.
Yeah. Sweet guy.
Yeah,
but I
guy,
shit
dude.
you not.
I like
dude,
that
Mr. Forehead, he taught me.
She was shiny as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
No, this is where we're going. Ready? I was working on a project in game design one day, and he opened the window, and he turned around, and I shit you not, the sun hit the back of his head and hit my eye. I was looking at my screen, I was like, oh shit, and I looked over, and there was a glare from this spot. I have a picture of it on my phone.
From the back of his head?
Yes, he turned around, and it bounced.
Oh, dude. Because the front, like, he's got hair on his head.
No, I know.
It's just his forehead.
It had to be the angle
massive.
or whatever. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's such a sweet guy. He's so nice.
It's like,
and that's not his name.
His hairline is just.
And he shouldn't be defined by his, physical appearance. But I like that you led with that, so we're not exposing his identity.
I'm not gonna say his real name. That's the only reason why I called him Mr. Forehead, because I knew you would know who I was talking about. And yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I was talking about being a butcher. I actually have a really good story that happened to me yesterday, and I was like,
great.
I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
I'm all ears.
All right, cool.
So are they.
So if you can see, I'm not flipping you off, but if you can see, I actually cut off.
Band-Aid.
I cut off a piece of my finger.
Wow.
There's it's a little. Yeah, it did.
Just a little
Yeah.
indent. Little
And the
dip in
reason
your
is because,
knuckle.
as I said previously, an older white lady came up to me and was being way too
that's
fucking specific. Okay, so she brought up a piece of meat that we're selling for $5. It's a strip steak that we cut at 1/2 inch, which this means nothing to you, but it's a flimsy piece of shit piece of meat that we're selling for cheap, so it brings people in the door.
Yeah, I get the gist.
Yeah, okay. And she says, "Can you shave this? I want to make stir fry." I don't know if you know what shaving is, but it's where you know what stir fry? It's all
just
little
like
strips,
shred
right?
it into.
So we have a
slivers.
shaver, like a thing. It's a saw. You put the meat up against it, and
Oh,
it'll
for sure.
evenly
And you-
distribute.
yeah.
Well,
I've
she
seen
goes,
this.
"I don't want that. You have to do it with a knife." Well, guess what? I've never done it with a knife, and I found out we're not supposed to do it with a knife.
bitch.
Exactly. You do it with a knife, man.
Honestly, the first. Sorry to interrupt you, but
No,
the
go ahead.
first thing that I was thinking when she asked you to
Mm-hmm.
shave it, I was thinking, why doesn't she just buy it and do it herself?
You know what? You're gonna run into that all the time. We've got people that ask me. Like,
Which,
I'll
yeah, it's
spend
a stupid
30 minutes
question.
pulling skin off chicken. They're like, "Can you pull the skin off this chicken?" It's literally, there's no knife required. You just put your hand in there and pull the skin off. You don't need a knife. But I'll have people come up with 30 chicken thighs and be like, "Can you do this for me?" And it's like, you're just lazy. And you can also buy them skinless, but it's a little more.
Well, that's.
But then I'm trying to do customers always right? Customers always right.
Yeah,
I start cutting
into
it.
that.
I start cutting this strip steak, and what do? I cut right into my hand. A big. It's never coming back. Okay.
Damn.
And so I look down. I'm like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" And you seriously, when you cut yourself, you don't, because you're cutting through the nerve.
Yeah,
you don't even realize.
You don't realize.
And I'm like, and
for
I finish
sure.
it up, and I put it on a tray, and I hand it over to her, and there's like 4 people behind her, okay? And the reason I was going so fast was because there were 4 people, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm the only one there because they're really fucking bad at scheduling people and making sure people are there. And I literally run that place alone for like 4 hours a night.
Wow.
The whole meat department and seafood. Yeah, which
So-
is where the name Lobster Bisque comes from, but we'll get into that. So I cut that, I handed it over, I look down, my whole glove is red from blood.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna ask, do you wear like a cut glove or?
Well, I was supposed to be wearing a cutting glove, but when you have a line of people, I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can. I should have gone back
I
and
do hear that. I skip out on the cut glove a lot.
I skip on it, but I know it's my fault. I get that, but also when you have a bunch of angry
Yeah,
people
I don't think that.
who are like, it was a stupid request. So I ran to the back. I went to the first aid kit. I washed my hand off. I'm in pain, and then I'm like, I gotta shit. Okay, so I went to the bathroom. I know we're all over the place.
I swear I saw that coming, bro.
Okay,
Like-
so I'm bleeding. There's a line of people. I gotta shit. I said, you know what, dude? I love this grocery store that I work for. I love all of it, but they can wait.
Yeah.
They can fucking wait. I'm
Yeah, I mean, it
bleeding,
happens.
and I got to release, man.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom. I'm really lightheaded. I sit down, and the door swings open, and the janitor's standing right there with the door wide open. There's people behind him in the break room, and I'm sitting there shitting, and this is where I fucked up because I don't think he saw anything, but then I stood up to close the door, and there's a mirror behind me.
Oh.
And there's
Why the
blood
fuck is
all
there a
over the
mirror
floor
behind
and
you?
everything. I don't know because I don't know. So
A mirror behind
and then
a
he goes,
toilet?
"It's all right. You gave me a show."
How old is this dude?
Huh? He's 30 and he's on the spectrum.
Okay.
But, dude,
I would
so
laugh my
uncomfortable.
fucking ass off then.
I didn't laugh mine.
I mean, well,
he
yeah.
saw the whole damn thing. And good,
Regardless,
dude,
I would laugh. About
I hope
that.
he enjoyed it. And there's blood everywhere, and it was just a mess. And it was just another
That
day in the
sounds
meat
fucking
department.
rough, dude. I've never had I've had my bad days at work. You know, we all have those.
Yeah.
But I've never had it I don't let myself have that bad of a day at work. Like I control my anger. You know how fucking pissed off I can
You
get.
get a little pissed.
I control my anger. I control you just
Here,
can't.
wait, we're getting a little weird. Just bring it in on the microphone here. Okay. All right, ready? 3, 2. All right, guys, we're back. Technical difficulties. It's going to happen on the pilot.
Crazy.
Of course there's going to
Yeah,
be
I
technical
mean,
difficulties in the pilot. It's the first one. We never did this before.
It's true.
But he was talking about work, so go
Beginners.
ahead.
Yeah. So, Yeah, I don't. I was just saying that I don't. I'm like now realizing I don't let myself have a bad day at work.
You just got to keep your spirits high.
Yeah.
Because the second that you're like, this fucking sucks, it fucking sucks.
It does. It does suck.
You're working an 8-hour shift.
I've cut myself at work a bunch of times, you know, because, like, I mean, you know, I'll be cutting. I work at a pizza place. You cut a lot of shit. I've got.
We got that in common.
Peppers. You got
We're just cutting,
onions.
man.
You got
I
parsley,
cut peppers
bro.
too.
Fuck cutting parsley, bro. That shit is so ass.
You ever done green onions?
Shred it up.
Yeah.
With a.
It's kind of the same thing.
With a just like a chef knife.
Yeah.
And
that's where you'll fuck up too, because you'll be overconfident because it gives too much.
Yeah.
And then you'll
that's
put
the
your
thing,
hand
dude.
there.
When I'm cutting parsley or like roasted red peppers, I could have my other hand behind my back and I can still fucking.
Oh wow.
Like it's
impressive.
I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm just saying that's a thing that could happen. But
I knew a guy
I also don't shit at work.
Really?
I could not. Honestly, I don't.
Well, we have an individual.
I don't shit.
It's
anywhere
one room
besides my house. Honestly,
I know, but
I mean, I'd have to be so comfortable. You know, my close homie's house, yeah. My relative's house, sure.
Right.
You know, like that's.
I got
fine,
it, but it's not stalls. We have a private.
Oh well,
that's different.
Well, still,
man.
I mean, we have that too. But
yeah, but if you can lock the damn door,
yeah,
it's your own room. You walk in there, it's your own fucking room.
I guess it's not
man.
really.
I go in there and watch YouTube videos.
It's not really being walked in on that I'm afraid of. It's more just like, what if I clog it, or what if it smells like fucking terrible, or you know,
if that
someone comes in
girl
after
from produce
me.
walks by
Dude,
while
exactly, bro. Exactly. These are all contributing factors to my. It's not a fear. It's just it's a choice. I make the choice not to.
It's not a fear. It's a choice.
Not to
Good
defecate.
for you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Well, it's a misconception.
Yeah, I'm pro-choice, man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to be. God, that's a.
That was a little tangent, huh?
Yeah.
About the bathroom. That's cute, and that's what you're gonna get when you tune in.
No, but
here.
I just was actually. I took a shit
Potty
earlier,
content.
and I was thinking about inconvenient poops. Like
Oh.
it happens where you're like.
The next Michael Moore documentary.
Well,
The
I don't know who
Inconvenient
that
Poop.
is, but.
He made The Inconvenient Truth.
Oh
no, fuck, dude, that's not Michael Moore. That's the guy that the Florida thing with George Bush. Who the fuck was Al Gore?
Oh,
that's
sure,
Al Gore.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway.
Which we should.
I think.
You know.
Well, I think that inconvenient shits are like you'll have plans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're late. Let's say you're late. Mm-hmm. You're like fresh out of the shower. You're getting dressed. You're super
and you feel
going
fresh.
super quick.
You feel
you
so
feel
fresh
great.
getting out of the shower.
You feel great. You're like, all right, I'm a little late. I'm about 15 minutes behind, but I'm just hanging out with my homies, so it's no big deal. But then you're like, you got to shit. You feel the shit coming on, and that's just like, obviously in that situation, you're just about to go hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. But like, it'll happen where you literally have to be at work or at school or something.
And then if you don't, you're not for like 3 days.
If you don't release, then
you're not for 3
you're not
fucking
gonna be
days.
feeling good. Like,
No.
Yeah. I think that's a real fucking thing for sure.
So speaking of the inconvenient poop, the inconvenient truth, it's April 20th and it's snowing outside.
Oh, dude.
Now hashtag climate change in that motherfucker. Huh?
I got home from work today and first thing I said to my dad
I was slipping and sliding.
First thing I said to my dad was, and they still don't believe in climate change.
Dude, my girlfriend is. She was borderline obsessive over it, and it's because like when you don't sit down and think about it your whole life, and then you sit back and you're like, why the fuck is no one doing anything? Then it hits you like a fucking bag of bricks, and I'm glad that under the Biden administration, I don't agree with Biden on a lot of things, but what he's doing with climate change and going back with the Paris Accord and all that, it definitely needs to happen. And they're saying we're going to reach where we need to in terms of emissions by 2030, which means that we're not completely fucked.
That's good.
But that also means
that.
Someone has to believe in climate change and be president until 2030. Because you think once Biden gets out, do you think the next guy's going to care that much?
That's exactly what I've been thinking about the whole time, bro. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, yesterday I was hot in shorts, bro. In shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah. And now we're all layered up.
The sun was blazing down, and I also, that's another thing that I don't like. I don't know shit about fucking Joe Biden. I don't know shit about Donald Trump. I mean,
Sleepy Joe, man.
Yeah, like I don't.
Fucking Sleepy Joe.
Okay, this is actually
attack him on his policies or something. His eyes are a little tired or whatever. What? Sometimes he has trouble with his thoughts. The Donald wasn't killing it either.
I wouldn't say so.
Dude, Donald talked about he was talking about herd immunity once. and he said herd mentality, and everyone was chanting herd mentality.
Herd mentality.
Yeah, that's literally that's a whole different term.
The way that Trump's fans respond to him is evidence of how
my grandma,
stupid of a person
Apple Mom?
he is. Oh yeah,
Apple
of course.
Mom? She said the best quote while I was living with her.
yeah?
She said, "Donald Trump isn't president; he's Elvis," which is true because she lived through Elvis, and she knows everyone would rush his stage and like listen to everything he said and live by what he said and dress how he dressed.
Yeah, that was there was a TikTok that I saw after Biden got elected, and it was a chick who just was like, "So you liberals, now that Biden is elected, I don't see you posting all your praise for him and all this."
Yeah,
and then
because
someone
that's-
responded.
yeah.
She did like I don't know what you call it, the duo or whatever on TikTok,
Yeah.
but and she said that's because he is not. We're not his fans. We are his supporters.
We
He's
live
not-
in his country.
He's not a fucking rock star, bro.
No, I know.
He's like, that's. So
Well,
that's
no, it's
another
not.
example of
And
why
even
people who
now,
support Trump
if you just take there's no election happening. Take the fucking signs down. Okay, I do.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
Biden. I love Biden. You want to keep the signs up for a little bit after he gets elected as a big middle finger. That's good, but let's take them down. And the same thing with the Trump. We were making fun of people who had Trump signs in their yard, and they had them and still do. He's not coming back, and if he does, we're fucked.
I don't know what the hell would happen if he came back.
Little computer noises.
Nice.
It's all right.
Gotta free up some storage space, I guess.
Probably.
I was gonna say though, I recently had. I guess you could call it an epiphany. It wasn't really. I wouldn't consider it that, but it was something that just a realization I had about myself that I hadn't really thought about before.
Yeah.
In terms of politics, so my parents are both quite liberal. They're on the left side of the political spectrum.
Sure.
And because of that, ever since I've known what
Politics
Democrat
are.
and
Yeah.
Republican means, I was like, yeah, I'm a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
But
and I feel the same
now
way.
that I'm, an adult and
You're
I can
free-thinking
have I'm very
motherfucker.
free thinking now. I don't want to be either of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like to. I hate to refer to it as that, and like, as if they're
Well,
too,
you should
like,
never just. That's the thing. You should never just vote on party. You have to look at the character of a person.
Well, yeah, you can't.
As I said, your policies and everything. And
You can't be too far to either side
No.
and still be like a good person.
Like, dude, Mitt Romney is chill, bro.
Yeah,
Mitt Romney's a chill guy.
I don't know much about him, but yeah, from what
I
do
would have
know,
voted for
he's-
Obama over Mitt Romney, but I
sure.
would have voted for Mitt Romney over Donald Trump. No, that would never exist.
That doesn't.
And I'd want to see Mitt Romney talking to Joe Biden, but I would definitely consider him. But when you're looking at a fucking circus clown and then someone who's nodding off a little bit,
Yeah.
you'd much rather have that because you've seen the circus clown run the country, and it was so funny during the debates. He was talking like about how shitty the country was and still blaming Obama when he had run the country for those 4 years.
Yep.
And it's like you got to stop. He had to get out so we could reset. I'm not saying Joe Biden is the perfect reset, but it was the necessary reset.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that
You know, I actually heard something pretty fun. It's not funny,
when
but
Biden was elected,
Yeah.
it wasn't, yay, Biden's president. It was
Yeah.
like, yay, Trump is
He's
not
fucking
anymore.
exactly.
That's what it was. It wasn't about. Yeah, I'm not a huge Biden fan because I don't know that much about him. Because I choose not to know that much about politics. 'cause-
somebody asked Kamala Harris what they were going to do because they were really
Isn't it
promoting.
Kamala? I thought it
Kamala?
was Kamala. And
I don't
then my
know.
dad was like, I think it's Kamala. And
right,
then,
well-
I don't know. You could probably say
You know,
whatever the fuck you want.
however
She
you
probably
say
doesn't
it,
care.
she's a part of their campaign was decriminalizing marijuana, and they said they're not going to be able to get to it because
Yeah.
they're too busy.
She
It's so fucking.
She
annoying.
did something. She did some fuck shit recently
I
that
don't
someone
know.
told me about, and I was like, really? She did that?
See, the thing is, I haven't been paying attention too much to the politics. Like the big headlines for sure, but with Trump, you were checking your phone and Twitter and like looking for another, because it was every fucking day he was putting something out that stirred the pot.
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna get nuked for a fucking second. I remember we were in class and you'd hear "Shroom" over the high school and everyone would be like, oh, there we go.
It's
That's
just a
it.
Fucking plane.
Yeah, but so I heard a story recently, and it's been out for a while, but you know Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, so Donald Trump Jr. was going to a ball game with his father in college, and Donald Trump socked him. Like, in the chest because he did not wear a suit. Like
To a-
beat on his son.
To like a baseball game?
Baseball game.
He didn't wear a suit.
He didn't wear a suit.
And Donald Trump punched him in the
Punched him.
chest because
That's
he
right.
didn't wear a suit to a baseball game.
That's what. And dude, what conservative person hears that story and is like, "That's my guy"? It's just like it's sad because, dude, Donald Trump Jr. Fuck that guy. But he had a super miserable life with his dad as a kid and like completely was distant from him. And then the second that he's running for office, now he's his little fucking puppet.
Yeah.
And even now he's trying so hard to be his dad. And like talking about vaccine passports and all this, which vaccine passports are necessary to open up those big stadiums and everything. We don't need mutations of this virus coming so that we don't have a vaccine against it.
Who's the guy? It's like Donald Trump's nephew
I'm
or
fucking
something.
out of water.
Who wrote the book?
I was thirsty as hell.
About how terrible of a person he is. It was Donald Trump's family member. Like his
it was
nephew or his
it was
niece.
no. It was Trump's ex-wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it was his mother.
Are you
I'm positive.
sure?
I'm positive it was
I feel
his
like
mother.
It was I mean, yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
to
but
me.
maybe it was
I
in
don't
his.
know.
Maybe that story's from a different book. But I know that Donald Trump's ex-wife.
I'm sure there have been countless books written about like.
Oh, and they will continue to
obviously
be written.
the majority of what is seen on like media and shit in terms of like people, they support Trump, right? But there's also a good amount of us who are not his fans.
The majority
who would
not his fans.
Write a book.
Yeah.
About how shitty he is. So there's probably multiple.
For sure. Well,
and
anyway.
we could very well be talking about different books right now. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Books are books, man. I wish I read more.
When was the fucking last time you read a book?
Like a few months ago, when I was bored, and like I know what you're saying. There were times, even now looking back, I don't know how I did it. I don't know why I sat down and
I'm not trying to say like you don't fucking read books, dude.
I know. Well, I didn't finish it. I got a Kindle.
Yeah, of course not.
I got my grandparents gave me a Kindle, and I sat there and I read.
That's a good way.
They had a bunch of books downloaded, and I sat there and I read some stuff because I realized that was right around the time of the election, and like I was just sitting around reading the news, and I was like, if I can sit around and read the news, I can read a book. So I sat down and I read. There's a book. What the fuck is his name? He got canceled. He was on SNL, and then he became he became part of the fucking government. Al Roke. Oh my God.
Isn't J.K. Rowling
Just go
like
ahead.
sexist or something?
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
She is so toxic.
Yeah, she sucks.
Here, you lead the podcast. I gotta find this guy's name.
I don't remember the last time I read a book. I must have been 12, maybe like 13 or 14. Definitely in middle school. Don't think I've. Well, actually, that's not true. I've read books.
Al Franken.
Al Franken.
Al
Never heard of
Franken.
him. I've read books, in school.
You'd recognize him.
In, I think the last. I don't remember actually, like senior year. With the one teacher. Great English teacher. Grade A English teacher. She was just the best.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, it took me a second.
She,
Her son's got...
Obviously, we were assigned, like, at least 4 books throughout the year. I don't think I read a word of one of them.
She gave us all A's.
Exactly.
Dude, she was
You didn't have to read them.
bro. I did maybe half the work, and I got double the grade, man.
When I was saying grade A teacher, I was being sarcastic.
You just had to prove your character to her. If you
Right.
showed that you could participate in class and that you had a personality, those like toxic ass bonehead
she
kids
liked me. She
who were
liked
like,
me for sure.
fuck this class. Yeah, she gave him. She was like, okay, cool.
Those kids suck, bro.
They do suck. But hey, it's not that cool. No effort, right? A little effort. Now that's kind of funny because you still got some brain in there. You know what I mean? You kind of pop out and then you go back down and you pop out.
Sure.
If you're in the back of the class like this the whole time, and then anyone's like, "Do you have your assignment?" and they're like, "Man, fuck this shit, man." It's like you're in school.
They're doing it.
And I dropped out of school, and I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I stopped doing my work completely, and that I was a bum. I was a lazy ass bum who was depressed as shit, and at that time I had no aspirations. I thought I was gonna drop out and become a rapper. We saw how that turned out.
We sure did.
We sure did, and it's not done, dude. The
Oh,
album's on the way. Don't
never
worry,
give
man.
up. That people who are like that, who are, the whole fuck this mentality.
Fuck it a little.
I don't even.
Fuck it just a
you can't
little.
even put it into words because
Unless
it's
12.
They're trying so hard. They're doing it. It's not even just that they naturally feel that way about school. It's that
That's how they feel about life.
It's that they've
man.
seen it on like TV shows or
Disney
whatever.
Channel,
Yeah, exactly.
man.
Kids in movies who are rebellious in school.
You know,
I
I dress
want to
like-
be like that, so I'm gonna say fuck my teacher just because.
Just because-
for the sake of
Well,
why the hell
it's
not?
a rebellion,
Just
man.
because they're a teacher and I'm a student,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fuck my teacher.
You know, I dressed like PJ Duncan from Good Luck Charlie for 4 years. I wore flannels every day.
Just intentionally.
Intentionally. I
Well,
watched Good Luck Charlie.
I
I
mean,
saw
he-
PJ. He looked
Dude,
fire.
he's stylish. I
and I
dress
wore-
like I
I
dress
wore-
like Gabe, bruh.
Fuck, dude. Gabe's
Gabe
a little
was
shit, man.
Gabe was
What was her name?
dripping,
Miss
though.
Daphne?
Dabney?
Dabney?
Yeah, Dabney. That was it.
Dude.
I was gonna say Daphne, but that's
Best
Scooby-Doo.
best story arc on all
Oh,
television.
she's the
100%.
greatest character in that show, for sure.
Yeah.
And every time people of our generation would see that actress in a
Yeah.
different film, would be
You'd
like,
like,
Mrs. Dabney.
You
bro."
better get out of her yard, man.
Exactly.
Dude, your ball's gone for good, Gabe.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, anyway, I brought you a little gift.
Oh no way.
I did.
Oh,
And you're gonna
you shouldn't.
Well, you're gonna hate it.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. So here you go, buddy.
Okay. Cool. It's a bowl. What you got in there?
What do you think I got in here, Jamie?
I thought I had an idea at first.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Here you go, buddy.
What the hell is this?
It's lobster bisque.
Oh no way! I don't actually know what lobster bisque is.
Well, that's why I brought it.
And I had never
But
seen it before. I had heard of it. This does not look
Well,
like
you can't eat it.
something that I want to.
Well, you don't want to get it on you, so
put in my mouth.
you're
though.
probably gonna put this on.
Dude. Yes,
You're probably gonna
sir.
need that there. Now,
Oh, yes.
I was just at Whole Foods and I
Does
spent
this
way
look
too
like
much on this, and it just ties around your neck like a little bib.
Okay, cool.
And I spent way too much on it, and
So you want
but it's
me
a
to
bit,
eat it?
man. You had to take a bite.
Oh fuck.
J-Mo is notoriously
Oh fuck.
a
dude.
little
I should've
picky
known you were
when
gonna
he
do
eats
this
shit.
All right.
And I knew we're not gonna have a podcast and call it Lobster Bisque, and he's not gonna taste lobster bisque. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I had a bite, not my favorite, but we're going with it.
All right. I'm. Okay.
I gotta be honest. You remember when we were like, it smells like weed?
Yeah.
I think it's the lobster bisque, man.
Yeah. I came down here. I was like, why the fuck does it smell like weed, bro?
Yeah, because we don't touch that because it ruins art.
I don't.
And it kills our
Because
kids.
I want to just like lick it, but then I'm
Dude,
just gonna
just
not
take the
wanna-
fucking bite.
I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna take that much. That's for sure.
You gotta take a bite of this shit. How is
Nope.
it? Nope. Dude, come on, gag. It can be a highlight. J-Mo gags at the title. It's gonna be a highlight. Not for you. Not for you. Let me try it.
Check, please.
Let me try that shit, bro. Run that shit back.
I did gag a little bit. Are you sure you didn't just throw up into a bottle? Are you sure?
Oh. Dude, I need more water.
Okay, if you're gonna pull some shit like that, you're gonna need a bucket. All right.
Okay. Next
You're
time
gonna
I'll
need to bring a bucket next time.
Well, you know what's
If you're-
annoying?
If you're gonna do,
You know what's
shit like
annoying?
that, which I'm honestly not really vibing with that.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
Well,
it was
I mean,
a gag.
I
It's
like-
the only
no, I
predetermined gag. I promise.
love that. I love the predetermined gag.
It was a little
thing.
funny thing.
And the fact that you whipped this shit out, I was
know.
like, oh man,
Dude,
because
my-
I was
Oh,
feeling,
dude, I was ready.
In my heart, I was feeling, fuck you, dude, make
Yeah.
me eat this shit. But I was like,
But you had
this
the
is
lobster
cool.
bib on.
Yeah.
And it's all thematic. And we had the fishnet here.
And I
It's
knew-
thematic, man.
And I knew you were gonna be thinking, you know that I'm gonna feel like a little bitch if I don't take a
100%.
bite of that on
because
camera.
there's a camera
Yeah,
here.
so you forced me
I
into
just
that one,
basically
and
Harvey Weinsteined you,
that's-
and
I
now there's
applaud-
content.
I applaud you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I brought myself one too because I felt if you just wore it, then it'd be stupid.
Well, the thing is, when you whipped that shit out and you gave me a bowl and poured it into the fucking bowl, and I was
There
like,
you go,
"You
buddy.
wants me to eat this?" I was
Yep.
like, "That's not happening." But then you gave me the bib, and I was like, "Oh, it's
No, it's
real.
happening.
It's real."
Dude. And maybe I'll put some sound behind it. Probably not, but it's produced.
Do what
This
you
is
want,
a
man.
produced fucking show.
Yeah, it's
So anyway, we're gonna talk for a little bit more, and then we're gonna wrap it up with a game of Star Wars Heads Up,
all right.
right? Because J-Mo and I, we're big. What do you call a Star Wars fan? I'm taking this off. This is giving me a fucking rash on my neck. I can feel it.
Well,
sorry, it was probably 2 cents.
I'm not gonna be a little cringe head and go like, we're nerds.
No, what do you call
we're
a
geeks,
Star
we
Wars
like
fan?
Star Wars, because people like to flex about that,
Right.
you know.
It's whatever, man. I'm actually wearing my
Nice, dude.
Baby Yoda socks.
I'm not wearing any Star Wars merchandise.
Looks like
at
someone
the
didn't come
moment.
very prepared.
I got a blanket over there. It's got like Darth Vader and shit on it.
Good.
Darth Vader.
Keep you comfy on the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything in
That
this.
taste is still my fucking mouth.
Everything that's in this room that's Star Wars themed is what's not in frame.
Yeah.
What's not on
Maybe we'll
camera.
bring some out.
But
But yeah, so that was hot. That was steaming hot, and I felt it earlier was steaming hot because it took so goddamn long for our microphones and everything to work. Now it's ice cold.
I saw that shit and I knew it was not going to be the temperature that it was supposed to.
It looks like baby
And
food /
I gotta
puke.
say that's not. Yeah, I was thinking puke at first. That's
Yeah.
not what I imagined lobster bisque looking like.
And that
'Cause
motherfucker, that bowl was $10 for that. I mean, there's a little more.
You didn't just bring like bowls from your place.
No. The bowls. I mean, the
Oh,
soup
I
itself was so expensive.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
why this is named Lobster Bisque, because we're classy. This is the posh
You're
cast.
damn right.
This is the pod class.
Pod.
Pod classy. Classy
So-
posh on the podcast.
So bisque is a form of.
Soup, I guess. I don't fucking know. We sell it at
Okay. I was
in
gonna-
the
I was
seafood
gonna ask if-
department.
yeah.
We were talking about we were going to do a
I also don't
podcast.
fucking like seafood at all.
I know.
Any of it.
I know.
So.
So that's why I brought it. You're welcome, buddy.
Good job.
Yeah. Well, you can get back at me. Then you got a week, and then
We'll see. I guess
All
that
right.
wasn't a thought that I had,
Yeah.
but
dude,
now
it's
you put
still
it
there.
and-
It's like the
See,
aftertaste
that-
is almost
You made the
worse.
mistake of finishing your water before.
Yeah.
I got some
Goddamn
sodas in the fridge. If
It's
you
fine.
Want. I'm gonna grab one of those as soon as I can for sure.
Okay. When we're done, no, go ahead. Go grab
right.
the soda.
Crotch shot.
I can sit here. I'm going to use this time to plug our Instagram at Lobster Bisque Podcast.
There's only one left.
There's only one left, so that's fine.
Share
We got mugs.
on me, bro.
We got mugs. Follow us on Instagram for updates. We're going to be posting this on Thursdays. We're going to be posting highlights on Fridays. You're going to get extra content on the Instagram. You're going to know when these are up. And then we have other videos coming in the future that we will be... Thanks, buddy. What is this, Sunkist?
Yeah.
It's just
Orange.
bitch Fanta, man. It's
Dude,
Walmart
Sunkist
Fanta.
is better than Fanta.
It is?
I think so.
I might be having them confused.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I never liked Sunny D. I still
Well, Sunny
don't.
D is a complete.
I know, it's not a soda.
That's just orange juice, basically.
No, it's not.
I
That
mean,
is not orange juice, because I'm
That's why I
okay
said
with orange
basically.
juice.
Well, yeah, orange juice is great. Fucking orange juice is like top tier breakfast drink.
Orange juice or apple
me.
juice, man?
Well, I don't think apple juice is really made for breakfast.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general.
Mm.
Which juice is superior?
Are we talking about?
I'm
If
any
we're just
time of the
talking about
day.
fruit drinks,
Yeah,
in general, like
apple juice
like
is
fruit
inarguably
juice,
better.
Then yeah, apple juice is like number one. You got apple.
Unless
juice.
we're
You ever had-
counting lemonade.
You ever had grape juice, bro?
Dude, I
But
love grape
lemonade
juice.
isn't just lemon juice.
I know.
though.
There's
it's
okay. But apple juice is just apple juice.
But would apple juice be the equivalent of lemonade for apples? Is that because I
think-
don't fucking know how to make apple juice.
Is there
or make
Apple-Aid?
Apple, probably. There's
Sounds good.
limeade
Limeade's fire.
and like lime juice. You don't just drink that shit.
No, I know. I had a lemonade and limeade stand when I was 12. I was innovative. My grandfather bought me this
That's pretty
huge
epic,
booth.
actually. That's
I
pretty
made
fucking epic.
I made maybe $200.
Wow.
We made like a banner that was half yellow, half green. I was killing
Bro,
it.
when I did
I'm an
lemonade stands-
entrepreneur, dude.
See those TV trays over there?
Yeah.
Literally, I would take one of those and set it up
And
at
go
the end
sit
of my
outside?
street with some cups.
Do you have a permit to sell? Then you're committing a fucking crime. You're committing a crime.
No, my buddy had it.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
As long as it's on him. I gotta get a med card, man.
Mm.
I really need a med card.
I'm not really on my way to that at the moment.
Hey, they find anything on you, you're in the clear. I wrote down a couple things in case we hit a wall, which I'm not saying that we have hit a wall. But first thing I want to say was that Mario Kart 8 has become the top-selling racing game.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm not surprised by that at all. Like
Yeah.
that just happened recently.
Like I think 2 days ago. Yep. And it makes sense because they're also counting. That game has been out since 7th grade.
What?
It's all of them. It includes the
So-
deluxe. Dude,
okay,
that's kind of bullshit.
But like, so what's another racing game? Forza?
Forza, yeah, it's one
Hey,
of the.
but like, dude,
Dude,
people who play Forza though, like,
we get it. You
there
like
are there are
cars.
Forza people,
We get it, dude.
there are FIFA people, and there are Call of Duty people, right?
And you're all fine, but now come to my house and play Switch
Yeah.
and say you're not having a fucking blast.
Exactly, dude. Mario Kart. Everyone fucking loves Mario Kart,
Yeah.
bro. Who doesn't like Mario Kart?
Well, Nintendo
At
nails.
least one of their games.
No, I know, but Nintendo nails all of the genres. Even Mario fucking Tennis Aces. I sat there and played that for weeks with my
I've
friends.
never played that.
It's fun.
I still
golf
have
is-
yet to play it.
Golf's coming out soon.
Oh,
I don't.
word. I played.
I don't know if
I
that's
played
happening.
Sluggers in
Oh, Sluggers is phenomenal.
elementary school. That shit.
That's
was pretty
my
fucking
favorite
fun.
sports game.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Because you get to play as Funky Kong and hit the ball with the surfboard.
Oh
and,
yeah, I remember that.
You
shit.
know.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily Derek Jeter coming up to bat, but I'd much rather hit the ball with the surfboard at a big Bowser statue than just watch it fall into the digital
Yeah,
field.
they really-
I'd rather go outside and play.
They really get creative with those sports
yeah,
games.
they
Like,
do. Well, Nintendo specifically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every
That's what
other
I'm talking
sports
about.
game,
That's
it's
what
the
I'm-
same sports
I'm
game
talking
over
about-
and over
That's
again.
what I'm talking about is
Yeah.
Nintendo. Because if you fucking play, FIFA or Madden or whatever, it's
Right.
it's just the sport in real
But the-
life, but you're playing a video game.
But
of
the
it.
games that they make and like brands like Smash Bros and that kind of thing, they do stay kind
Pretty
of the same.
consistent, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They just add to them.
the way I was like when Mario Tennis Aces came out, I was thinking like, it's just fucking Mario Tennis. Like I'm not that intrigued by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like.
But there's like smash
buy it on
attacks
open.
and like
Well, yeah, exactly.
power-ups
I
and
saw
things,
the game.
yeah.
It looks pretty fucking
it
sick.
is. And the story mode's
All the
cool.
shit you can do. There's a story mode. Yeah. What?
You fight a big evil
hell?
racket, man. It's the Phantom Racket, I think.
awesome.
Whatever it is.
I love that you can play as a Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
with
You can play
holding
as
the racket
everybody.
In his mouth.
You can play as the whole squad.
But they still don't put Chain Chomp in Mario Kart, bro.
yeah.
Put
Why? You remember when on the DS they released it with the bee from Galaxy?
dude.
Why
that was
was
the
that bitch
weirdest thing
there?
I was thinking. They had Wiggler on that too. I think.
That doesn't make any sense. Wiggler's not a. I mean,
Wiggler couldn't use the pedals.
no.
It's
got-
it's an insect.
Yeah. Whose
So is a- so
body
is a
is all.
bee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's
I mean,
whatever.
a Wiggler has
King Boo doesn't have any
It
legs.
has like shoes. And
King Boo
that's a
doesn't have
good
any
point. That's a
legs,
really good point. Holy
but
fuck.
He looks awesome.
He does. He's a badass. Everyone.
So we'll
fucking loves
pass
King
that.
Boo.
But now you got a big fat bee driving. I don't know who asked for that. Was Lubba in it? I think Lubba was.
If it definitely should be.
Yeah.
She.
I think.
He?
Yeah.
That's been a question of mine for the entire time.
Well, Birdo, as we were
been
saying,
playing
Birdo's a guy.
Mario Galaxy. Yeah, that
And good
I
for
do remember
good
you
for
telling
him,
me
man.
that.
He's
Yeah,
in a
cool.
gay relationship with Yoshi, and
with Yoshi.
I guess
And
so.
what game was this?
Yoshi and Birdo are always together.
Huh.
They're like the dating. They're the two that you know are dating, right? I feel like you see
I
a
don't.
green and a pink, and they're always like together. And
That could, I can get that vibe. Like when you say Birdo and Yoshi are dating, it makes sense.
Right.
It's just not something
we
that I
are
was
talking about
consciously aware of.
digital dinosaurs.
That is accurate. Make believe fictional characters.
Yeah. So that was a
In
good
a
one.
video game
We
world.
ran with that, and also I just beat you for the first time Mario Kart a few nights ago.
That wasn't the first time.
Well, it was one of the first times.
It was the second time.
It was the second time. But I've been practicing. JMO and I went on
Yeah.
hiatus. We haven't talked in a little bit, and I'm really happy to be
here
here with you today,
This
tonight.
is like I've been wanting to do a podcast with whoever, you
Yeah.
know, whoever wants to. For
hurts a little, but not that much because now I'm
Well,
here and
you
I'm
gotta
the
let me
personality. Dude, we're yin and yanging.
exactly,
We're yin and
exactly.
yanging.
What I'm saying is, it like ever since I've been watching the H3 podcast
Yeah.
and Joe Rogan and what have you.
Which are
It's
they're
like-
okay, but have you seen Lobster
have you
Bisque?
seen Lobster Bisque, dude?
Oh, this is
Thursdays.
I should have said
every Thursday.
every Thursday, and then on Friday it'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcasting and SoundCloud. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not going to be out this Friday. But it will get
Yeah.
there.
Fuck. What were we talking? What was I saying?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. We were talking about.
You want to do a podcast?
Oh, the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after getting into podcasts, just
Mm-hmm.
watching them and listening to them,
I could do that.
You're like, dude, you could do that, and you really want to. You're like, I could do this like pretty well.
But you need someone you can talk to.
And once you find that person, that's right?
us, man.
It just clicks. It
JMO
makes sense.
Games
Like,
456 and
I've talked
Colin
about-
can't even.
Yeah, exactly. I've talked about doing it with my other friends before, but
And they'll be on. We'll
We
have
have-
guests.
neither of us
We'll have
have
a whole
yet
thing.
to, make the step towards getting there. And you purchased all this equipment,
Yep.
which is
And I kicked through the goddamn door.
exactly.
And then we made this pretty.
If opportunity
beautiful
doesn't
little
knock,
area.
build a door.
Exactly. That's good. Who said that?
I don't remember.
Sounds like something off Tyler's album.
No, I heard that on like a show or something. I don't
Okay.
know.
It's okay.
Not
I just
not
threw a
me.
wall
I
at your
didn't,
face.
I didn't fucking come up with that.
Maybe you did.
No, I definitely did not.
What if you just said that for the first time right here?
I'm 100%.
We're putting it on
sure I did
T-shirts. It's
not
happening.
Say that first.
It's like the Michael Scott thing. You know how it's like his the
it
quote?
says the one Wayne Gretzky quote.
Yeah.
And,
And then dash Michael Scott. That'd be
shit is
Jess,
so-
Jimmo Meacham.
that is peak comedy.
Well,
Not peak, but
The Office
really
is okay.
good.
I got to be honest. I
I'm
watched
not.
The
I'm just
Office.
talking about that joke.
Yeah, I know.
Just that one.
I know. The
'Cause
Office.
yeah, okay, sure. The Office isn't great. I think Parks and Rec is superior.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um,
That Arrested Development is better than Parks and Rec.
I mean,
Sorry.
I don't agree, but like,
That's okay.
who
That's
cares?
fine.
Yeah, who cares?
But we can't agree that the
I-
first seasons of all those shows are better than the last seasons of all those shows.
Right. I do believe, to a certain extent, that The Office walked so that Parks and Rec could run,
Okay.
because they started the whole mockumentary
Talking Heads kind of
thing,
like
or not started it, but they popularized it
yeah,
at
on
least.
American television.
And
yeah.
then Parks and Rec just did it better. I think
Yeah.
it's just funnier. But every all those comedy shows, Arrested Development, Parks
Mm-hmm.
and Rec, The Office,
well, it's political. Parks and Rec is
it's a
You
good
know.
it's a good premise. They all have, like they're all written very, very well in terms of like jokes and delivery and like plots for episodes.
But at some point, the writers are going in there and they're like, okay, what's the next one? Because I feel like when you start the show, you have the whole first season ready, like in your head. You know what kind of relationships you want to develop with the characters. And then when you already develop them, what do? You add more characters. So
Yeah.
that's what they did with Ben and
Chris?
Chris.
Yeah.
And then they have to develop relationships. But then what happens when everyone in the show has almost completed their character arc? They did it so it's like 20 years later or whatever. I never actually watched that season.
Season 7 of Parks and Rec it takes place 3 years after season 6.
3 years.
It's not that good. It's definitely the worst season of Parks and Rec.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When
Just not
Michael
the
Scott
same.
leaves
the
the
writing
office,
was all off. Leslie and Ron had a quarrel, and that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They were fighting. They were like,
when the whole show it's about them coming closer, and then all of a sudden, so it's like they're just looking
because
for things.
two friends who are that close,
Yeah.
there is nothing that could have made them be that against each other.
Yeah, I know.
Which was the whole problem.
Yeah.
But watching Parks and Rec, when I started that, I was like, I'm never gonna stop watching this fucking show. Like
Yeah.
it caught me and it pulled me in, and I was like, I'm gonna like, and I
even
watched
when
it
you
all
know-
the way
yeah.
through, and I didn't stop, bro. When I would, I think I don't remember when I started watching it, but like, throughout high school, I would just come home, put on Parks and Rec. I would
Well,
just
it
watch it all
completely
the way
takes your
through.
mind and
When
it
I
just
get to the end, I would
relaxes it,
start it
man.
over.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
just what I do. The Office, though, I got to like season 5, I think, and I stopped just because I like lost interest or
Well,
whatever.
Michael
and
leaves season
I could
7.
not tell you what happened in
No.
like any of those episodes that I
to be
watched.
fair to what you're saying with Parks and Rec, it is unique enough each episode. I feel like The Office falls into, by season 3 or 4, it falls into the same pattern. Okay, Jim's messing with Dwight.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael's an idiot, but we like him and we
Yeah.
want him to fall in love. It's all the same like premise, and yeah, there's some clever writing in there. But then also, once the story's done, which I strongly believe is when Michael Scott leaves at the end of season 7, that's when it's done. Just because just because they're like, okay, the biggest actor in the show is gonna leave, fine, we can go on without you.
It's not
and then
The
you can.
Office without Steve Carell.
Yeah, no.
That's how I feel. I mean, at the same time,
What
though,
Andy becomes the boss.
Andy becomes
at the
the
end,
boss?
Andy
Isn't
becomes
that,
the boss.
Ed Helms?
Yeah, Ed Helms becomes the boss. I know. That's cool.
That doesn't even make any sense. He's
No.
like the dumb one.
Okay, yeah. No,
Right?
Do you think Dwight would get there? And I think he does for a second. It's just the same. It's just them rehashing the same plots, putting characters that wouldn't be in that situation. It's funny for a while, and then,
Yeah.
and it falls. And that's why it gets canceled. But then it gets brought back because of nostalgia. But guess what, guys? It's not going to be good. Just because you're bringing back something that you liked the first few seasons of, doesn't mean now it's like a new season 1.
Yeah.
It's a worse season whatever.
And all that being said, people still fucking love that show.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll watch it when I'm sick.
everyone's wearing T-shirts and
Yeah.
hats with Dunder Mifflin on it. You
I'm
know?
sure it's one of the most successful like sitcoms.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not one of the best, but it's definitely the most recognizable, as you're saying. I'd say the one below that would be like Seinfeld.
Yeah. Well, Seinfeld is the #1 show on television.
Yeah.
For
Dude,
What
Seinfeld
was it?
is so good. I cannot get my girlfriend to sit down and watch it, but I used to watch it
Dude,
all the time, man.
That's the thing with Seinfeld is that the comedy in that show is so genius, for
It's
lack of a
too
better word,
perfect.
that
Yeah.
people
We'll turn
of
away from it,
today's
yeah.
generation don't understand it. And they think that the message it's sending is the opposite of what it really is. So
No,
they're
I know.
like, this show is bad, I'm not going to watch
Well, the
it.
whole point is that the people in Seinfeld are bad people. That's why they go to jail in the last episode. It's so perfect that every episode, it starts with the premise, then it breaks off into 2 different plots, then even like separate plots, and at the end they all come together.
Yeah.
There's not a single episode where it's not like, you're like, where the hell's this going? Okay, now where the hell's this going? And at the end, the whole thing makes sense. In The Office, you're like, Jim's like, oh, I'm gonna make Dwight think that he's part of a secret agency. And then what happens at the end? Does he find out that he's not in a secret agency? You don't know. And if
No, it just ends. And
Yeah.
he's not, he doesn't find out.
and then he doesn't remember. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where. It's cool. I watch shows when I want my
that's
brain
also-
to die,
Yeah.
and then and they work for that reason. But if I'm looking for content, I have to watch something new, or I'll go back and I'll watch Seinfeld. Or I just got into Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO.
dude.
That show's
My
so
dad's
damn
been
good.
watching that. That shit is great.
It's so good, and
That
it's
is
all.
great.
Did you know everything's improvised?
Really?
There's like no lines written, just the plot.
It does
points.
seem that
I
way,
know, but it's
watching it.
perfect.
And
They have all the
and
right
Larry
actors with
David
the
is
right chemistry.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh, Larry
genius
David's a
at
king.
improv, obviously.
I'm very glad that I found that show, and that's something. It's my ringtone for my girlfriend,
Nice.
which provides some.
Nice.
Dude, whenever life's
That's perfect.
Oh, it is.
That's perfect.
it is perfect.
Yeah.
And it works, and I'll be at work, and I shit you not, I cut my finger.
Mm-hmm.
The guy
Heard
saw
about
me
that.
shitting, and as I'm walking back, who calls me? And it's the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
No
and my life
way.
has a soundtrack all of a sudden. There you go.
That's fucking hilarious.
No, it's
dude.
great.
For that to happen
Yeah.
in real life, because that shit does happen in real life,
Yeah.
but you don't get the
No.
the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, anyway,
'Cause people
we
use that for memes all the time and shit.
I got a few other things.
Cool, yeah. Hit me with 'em.
Actually heard a funny story about you recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Dude,
good.
That's every time I hear that someone knows something about me that I
Yeah.
don't.
No, it's not like an expose or anything.
Well, no, yeah, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Just like anything,
Yeah.
like whether it's like a story they heard or just
No, this
like-
makes you look really good.
just the fact that I hear that other people are
Yeah.
talking about me. I'm like,
Well, hey, dude.
cool. Well, I didn't think.
Well,
I didn't
everything
think
else
so,
was
but-
shit talking, and we were
Okay.
just like, "Fuck this guy." But then this one thing came out,
Sweet.
and this is what we're talking about.
That sounds
now.
more accurate.
Yeah. So anyway, it's Jacob's girlfriend Chloe,
for sure.
right? You guys were at a roller rink. This was before they were dating.
I know exactly what you're talking
Dude,
about.
this is the cutest
I know
story.
I know it.
It's the
I know
cutest story.
That's a great story.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
No, so yeah, Chloe was at the roller rink and she saw a cute guy like skating, and obviously she's not with him because
Not
fuck
me.
not JMO.
Not me.
Even though, I mean, that's where my eyes would have gone. No offense, but I mean,
Say.
full offense, buddy. And she's like, and she didn't end up with this guy, all right?
No.
But she's like, I really want to get this guy's Snapchat or talk to him or whatever. And so she came up to you and she's like, will you skate with me around this thing?
Yeah.
And you skated with her around, and then he came up to you and he said, do you have, or are you with that girl? And you're like, no, do you want her Snapchat? And you hooked him up right there.
Yeah. She
That is so sweet, buddy.
She wanted to make him jealous.
Right.
And
like an Office episode.
Yeah. And it really was like I've never had a radar for lack of a better word, never had a radar for awkwardness. Like when an awkward situation is happening, I don't really realize.
I got you.
See,
that's where the yin and yang. That's where the yin and yang. I find awkwardness
like
in complete comfort.
I obviously like I can tell when a situation is awkward, but like there are times where like it'll be awkward for everyone else, but not me for whatever reason. Yeah. But she was. I don't even know why we were there. It was for someone's birthday party or something, but maybe Evan. Yeah. But I thought she was pretty cute. I was like, yeah, she's cool, and we were like friends, I guess. So yeah, she asked for help with the guy. Yeah. So I was like, I got you.
And it played out exactly how she wanted it to, which just shows that girls are so much more emotionally intelligent than we are.
Next to me.
Yeah. And if you skate next to me, that guy's gonna ask for my snap. Yeah, and what happened?
She didn't want to hold hands, I guess, so she grabbed my forearm.
Wow.
That's what I do remember. She was holding onto my forearm while we were skating next to each other.
That's sweet.
And I was like, oh my god, this girl is touching me, dude. I mean, obviously not. I don't even remember how old I was.
No, but yeah, she was. I was hanging out with her the other night, and I heard that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm surprised I've never told you that, because I've definitely told that to other people before. And I definitely told Jacob at some point.
Well, it's the highlight of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were,
dude.
You were
great time.
A character in movie/TV.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally a situation that I would never see happening in real life.
On that topic, oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's something that's
exactly what I'm saying.
You think that it would
realize at the time, and now in retrospect, I'm like, wow, that's it is a pretty cute story.
How the fuck did that happen? Yeah.
But yeah, on that topic, I think Jacob and Chloe are a great couple.
Oh, they're gonna get married.
And I'm very.
They're gonna get.
Dude, I am very, very happy for them, because I don't know if you know this, but I was actually there, or like. Jacob talked to me a lot about asking her out, because we were in PE together, and she was in the same class, but she would be in the girls' gym or whatever, because we would be separated sometimes. Yeah. For fucking weird reasons.
Because you guys are gonna.
Yeah. And obviously separate locker rooms. Yeah. But
the men and girls. This is fucked, dude. It's 2021. It can't change with a naked woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine one naked girl in the men's locker room. Just imagine all the fucking people walking around
I'm
like.
Not going to. I'm not going to imagine.
So annoying. Even if she's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to. But anyway, I just remember talking to Jacob talking to me about it, and I genuinely did. I tried to help him out, and I was like, bro, I know
Well, he was my best friend at the time.
I had a crazy ass girlfriend a while ago, so I know a thing or two.
I know how crazy ass girls work.
And when
no offense, Chloe.
He wasn't gonna ask her out. He was gonna ask her to the dance.
Yeah.
Because that was coming up, and the whole time I was thinking I don't have a date. I'm not gonna ask anyone. Fuck, fuck this. Fuck the dance.
Fuck the dance,
and
man.
The
dance is all a social stigma. That's all it is.
When he told me that she said yes, I was fucking stoked. Because obviously it's fucking great to.
Well, we watched them grow together, and they're perfect, and talk about yin and yang, and she's so she fights for what she needs and wants, and Jacob he needs someone to help guide him. I mean, he's a really smart guy, and he has so many aspirations.
Jacob,
I love Jacob. We got to get him on here.
We got to get Jacob on here. For sure, dude. Him and I have the same car now.
Really? You got a Honda Accord 2005?
2007, but it's still an Accord. I knew that he had an Accord when
his sucks.
Hanging out. Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So yours is good.
Well,
his sucks.
Yeah, I mean mine's it's good enough. Yeah. It's not a great car.
I told you this story the other day.
But it was $7,500 and in good condition. Yeah. Good. And it's got a sunroof.
Awesome.
And heated seats.
Right. I don't think he has a sunroof. He doesn't have a sunroof, and his car's black. So when it's hot, go fuck yourself.
What are his seats leather?
Yep. Oh, it's awful. But it's okay because he was the first one of my friends to have a car, and he picked me up from school, and I remember that. And he paid $307, I think it's a lot of money, so his car would start.
$307?
$307 exactly. And 23 cents. No, not for the car. For the addition to his car that made it auto start, and then he got a charger and an aux cord built into it. And I told you this the other day.
Oh, that's right.
But my phone was broken when I got in there, and I broke it. And it's still there. He paid all that money, and there's just a broken phone cord swinging in the middle of his car.
Is he even upset about it, or
That's why he's so fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That's the thing.
Dude,
if he did that to me, I'd be like, all right.
Dude, him and I sat next to each other in forensics junior year every morning, bro. God, I was so stoked for that class.
I know.
We, like, I don't even like remember. Like, I don't even have like front of my head memories of that anymore, really. But I just know it was a fucking great time.
Yeah.
And I know that Jacob and I both enjoyed the shit out of it.
Well,
Like-
that's the thing. That's what keeps you going through school. You'll have classes you don't know anybody, and like if that's all the classes you have, and that's what I had junior year, I was done, and I literally dropped out. But
Yeah.
when you know 6 hour, you get to sit around and goof on all the stupid shit
dude, yeah,
you
you're
saw.
looking forward to it.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
man.
this is why I'm
fifth
here.
hour, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where I don't have to do anything in class, but make jokes with the teacher, and I get passed. That's all it is.
And that's another thing, being tight with your teachers, way cooler than people think it would be.
Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, the people who are like, "Why are you talking to your?" Yeah, that's annoying. That's
Those
so annoying.
like obviously, someone who's like us, who's not like a douchebag, bonehead.
Well, I appreciate that. It's a
who,
great compliment.
We don't enjoy school,
I'm taking this
but
shot.
we're not, against it necessarily. We're not going to be like, man, fuck school. I'm not. And I know. I mean, I know. I guess I know you did drop out, but
Yeah. Oh, I did. To pursue my rapping career.
but obviously, having a friendly connection with a teacher like that is great because not only for the sake of being able to, goof off in class, but just
Yeah.
like building friendships is cool.
Oh.
Whether
Hell
it's
yeah.
with someone your
build
age.
those bridges, don't burn them, baby.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
Not
Not to say that I'm friends with my teachers.
yeah, because that
but-
would make you a stupid nerd.
Yeah, you got to be like it just benefits you to be close with them.
Yeah.
Not close, but like homies.
Yeah, for sure. And you pass them in the hallway. They take pictures with
Yeah,
you when you're
dude.
about to leave. I mean,
Dude.
it's nice. And I would go back to that school if everyone, wasn't dying. And
I will never step foot in that school.
you don't think
again.
so? If I saw the person at Whole Foods,
Well,
I'd say hi.
oh, dude, 100%. That's the thing, because one of my favorite teachers, well, my favorite teacher actually, no, like 3 of my favorite teachers, they're gone now. They're not even there. So like, why do I care?
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
not gonna go back.
No, I'm not going to go back there.
Yeah.
I retract that statement. There are some great people there, and if you want to get coffee or sit here and talk to us,
Hell yeah, dude.
you can do that.
That would be
awesome.
hype. That would be hype as fuck.
If I got Mr. Johnson here or
Dutch,
Kirschman,
yeah. I was thinking Dutch
Oh.
immediately.
is that the
'Cause
woodworking?
Yeah, architecture and robotics.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get them all.
And engineering. I took an architecture.
They'll never-
and engineering,
they'll
and
probably
it's all
never
the
do it.
same. Yeah.
It will
But
look really bad on their
I
part.
remember. I remember. Because I was in his class every year, sophomore and on. And I think I took one of his classes twice, which you're not supposed to be able to do, but.
You did it, man.
Yeah, and I like ran out of classes to take with him, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a student assistant. I'm gonna ask him
Aw.
if he wants a student
Yeah.
assistant. He was like, fuck yeah. So I would like I guess I was first semester senior year. I would just be chilling in the back, like cutting cardboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like he would be like, run this to the library real quick, and that was it. But
I never got to do the student assistant thing
dude, being a
because
student assistant is so high.
you fucking drop out and guess what? Now you're behind.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
But I remember he announced that he was leaving, like, because our senior year ended in March, when
Oh, with COVID.
when the
Well,
when
it
the
didn't
Backstreet
end.
Boys.
It didn't end. They're like, get on
Well,
now, do your classes, and I was
my
like,
senior year ended in
March.
probably August when
What
it
do you mean?
started.
oh, that's a good
I had-
one. Though.
I-
Look at that delivery, though.
I was
Good
yeah
job.
no I was checked out, bro.
Yeah, me too. But also, you have to understand that coming from the place that I was, where I dropped out, I had to make an effort
Right. Yeah.
to be
that's-
seen
yeah,
like as a real like asset to the school. And then guess what? I even fucked that up.
Yeah.
But to the teachers that really guided me and pushed me, I do appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
There were some teachers that talked to me like and this is no offense, but they talked to me like I was autistic, like I didn't understand the work, and it's like. I just needed someone to sit there and kind of talk with me and help me through my own mind, because I was suffering from anxiety and depression and that kind of thing.
Yeah. That.
And they talk to you like
was-
that's a defect, but that's something everybody's having. And it's like, yeah, so I acted on it, and it was a huge mistake. And when I came back, there are people there that are the reason I can say I'm a high school graduate today. And so I appreciate those people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll get into it. There's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
We could talk about my dad. Oh, but that'll be in another episode. He's a silly boy.
So
is his
silly.
silly ass my stepmom.
So effing silly, bro.
His wife. Dude, he calls her his. He's like, don't. He calls her his wife, not my stepmom or
Doesn't
Nancy.
like say her name. Yeah.
He says that's my wife, which is so like.
That's not a camel.
You were born in the 70s and raised by
Yeah.
toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity.
That's bad.
Yeah.
There's no bueno.
No bueno. But what
When
else?
was he born?
69 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. My dad was born in 70, so I was thinking if your dad was born in the 70s,
No.
I was like, there's no way
No.
your dad's older or younger than my dad.
Well, he's older and he's redder. Dude,
He sure is.
He was just lying. He was lying to my mom and going out with all these ladies and not ladies, whores, and then getting spray tans too and lying about that.
What
So we
the
just come
fuck?
home like red as hell.
Why that doesn't even like, how do you go get a spray tan and then come home tan as fuck?
No, he doesn't get tan. He gets red. And that's my curse
Oh.
too. That's my curse.
I got you.
I will never be like I don't know. I'm definitely darker than I was, and that's saying something. But no, like if I go out in the sun, I get red, and I'm also allergic to all this shit. If one thing touches me, I'm allergic to. My whole arm is pink now, and it's fine. And I'm not going to complain about it because if I was darker, I'd have much worse things to complain about. So we're good. Anyway, I got what was else? There were two things discovered recently that I just wanted to talk about that I thought that you would think were interesting.
All right.
They found the bones of a huge shark in New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, I did hear
The
about that.
Godzilla shark.
Yeah.
That is the official name.
Really? They didn't call
Godzilla
it
shark.
fucking Megalodon or anything?
No, Megalodon already exists.
Oh, I thought that was a myth.
No, Megalodon exists. That's a
Oh,
huge.
But it's prehistoric.
Yeah, it's prehistoric. This is
Dude, that was the same thing
Yeah.
with the Titanoboa, you know?
no,
You know, have you never heard of the Titanoboa?
just a big boa.
It's like a fucking, like, massive snake. Like,
That's insane.
like-
That is terrifying.
you know how anacondas get to, like, 20 feet?
Yeah.
This thing was, like, as fucking fat as this table. Probably fatter. Probably the size of this fucking couch, but, like, longer.
That's terrifying.
huge.
Imagine being
And
in
it
the
was
woods.
real.
Yeah, imagine being in the woods or some shit and you just see this huge figure like
Dude,
this.
exactly.
Fuck
Because
that.
snakes are scary as fuck
I hate
enough
snakes.
already.
I know.
The
I
thing is,
agree with
I
you.
love
My
them,
girlfriend wants
bruh.
to get a snake.
I think snakes are fucking badass. Because, like, I think part of it is because
Nah,
they're
man.
so fucking scary. I'm like,
One of my
I'm looking at it like that thing could fucking destroy me.
Yeah, I know. One of
But,
my
like,
girlfriend's
let me
friends
look at it and
lost-
like, admire it.
One of my girlfriend's friends lost a snake and never found it. And it's just in her house.
In her home?
Yeah.
It's chilling in the walls. For
I
sure.
could never.
Chilling in the
no,
walls.
I could never go into the
or-
house.
Yeah.
Even if that thing is non-venomous,
Well, it's
wouldn't
probably
come
not
after me. Imagine
the
just
house
turning on the
anymore.
light. No, it's probably dead. But imagine just turning on the light and it's just a little thing coiled up there.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's this. It just I jump.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
I mean, yeah, I think that all snakes are scary looking to a certain
Yeah.
extent, but like you can tell, or like I know when one is venomous or not, for the most part. It's like the head shape and all that. And
So the
colors and shit.
what's it called? The Titanoboa?
Titanoboa,
That's like a Pokemon.
or I think
That's
that's,
totally
how
a
you say
Pokemon.
It. It's either it's just Titan and then a boa, like that's how you spell it.
Titanoboa.
Titanoboa,
There it is.
but I would say Titanoboa
So-
just because like I don't
No,
know,
I would
don't know
never-
why. That just sounds.
I don't
more
want to
right.
live in a world that exists, so it doesn't. And I didn't hear you say that, and we're moving
Well,
on.
exactly, dude. It's the same thing with fucking dinosaurs, bruh. I wouldn't like if there was a
live with
T-Rex
dinosaurs.
chilling.
I live with dinosaurs.
I mean,
If they were on one continent, I'd go
well,
in
sure,
a helicopter,
yeah, and if
man.
they were all Stegosauruses and Triceratops, then sure.
Dude, I want a stegosaurus so bad. You know that'd be
Dude,
so cute.
imagine having pet
That'd be
dinosaurs,
so
bro.
cute,
That'd be
man.
fucking epic. Anyway, what were you?
They've
The other discovery you're talking about the
Oh, there's another discovery.
Godzilla
Right
shark?
there was the monkey dactyl,
monkey,
which is the
dactyl.
oldest living
Don't
creature that
even
has
fucking-
opposable thumbs.
You're fucking
No,
capping, bro.
no, dude, it's like a flying squirrel, but with a pterodactyl face that would climb trees and shit. I'm not kidding.
A flying they'd have like a tail,
I don't know. You want to see a picture?
dude.
I got you. This thing is terrifying.
Wait, you said it was monkey,
called a monkey dactyl. Yes.
Okay, now they're just fucking
Get
fucking with us.
up
First
your brain
Godzilla
level.
shark and then monkey dactyl.
Right now,
Come
they
on,
think it's
bro.
the oldest creature that has opposable thumbs, but that's what it looks like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, anyway, imagine walking through the woods and you look up at that, and then out in the distance you see.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I live here. I was not born in the wrong generation.
Dude.
Dude, imagine living in that generation.
Imagine being like, I was born in the wrong generation. I wish I was
Where the
born
fuck are
in
the
600
dinosaurs?
BC, bro. That shit is so fucking stupid.
I want to see Christ be born. I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Where are we?
Well,
we're going
that
for a
was
while,
another thing
huh?
I wanted to talk about on the podcast at some point.
Sure.
The whole, like, you remember Mrs. McGuire's class?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I do.
Of course you do.
She let me teach the class.
Yeah, a whole period.
Yeah, the whole class. Everybody's yelling at her and over her, and I was like, "Can I teach the class?" And she's like, "Sure."
She was like, "Well,
taught the class."
Well, if I can't do it, then I guess you can try.
Yeah, and I didn't.
I do remember that, but I also remember this is about the only thing.
Yeah.
There are like 3 like big moments in that class that I remember, but this is one of them. We were watching a video about the lifetime of the Earth, right? As if it were a trip from L.A. to New York, and it was so like you got L.A., you got New York. This is the beginning of Earth. This is the end.
Yeah.
Or this is now, and dinosaurs showed up like here or some shit.
So what the hell was going on?
Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit, bro?
What
like,
is this?"
I
That's when we're all specks.
Yeah, exactly. That's when there was like just water, I guess.
Yeah.
It was just the ocean.
That's when things were right. That's when America was truly great. Make America water.
I was
again.
also going to say earlier we were talking about the ocean and like, how it's going to be like gone and shit.
What are the other 2 things though?
You said, I will get to
We'll
that.
get there.
You said that by 2030, something
We can
about-
knock our emissions down enough so that we could actually reverse some of the effects of
Right.
climate change.
What I heard was that by 2050 there will be no fish in the ocean. 0.
What?
I saw that. I read
What's
that
gonna happen
shit.
to the seafood department, man? What's gonna happen to the lobster bisque?
And the thing, the whole problem is there's
We're just
like
bisque
the end of it
podcast.
was there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
That's just how it is because it doesn't matter why. We don't have to get into it. But yeah, the other 2 parts. So it was you teaching the class, right?
Okay, so there's 2.
The
big span of the
span
time that
and
is
the
not
part,
time.
The educational video we were watching.
How do we know that time
learning about
exists?
ancient humans, Neanderthals
yeah.
and shit. And there was the part that Mrs. McGuire was like,
With the
we're
dildo.
gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna skip this part. And everyone was like, no, we want to see it. And she was like, okay, I guess. And they were talking about how they made dildos out of rocks.
Okay.
And,
And my ex-girlfriend
like, I will
talked
never
about that.
forget about that.
And my ex-girlfriend was like, oh, I think.
I'm trying to think of who.
Kaylee.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking that, but.
Dude, one
yeah.
time we were in that class.
That class was like squad, bro.
I know. And Jacob was in there too.
Jacob, Rudy.
But he hated me at the time. Christian,
really?
dude.
Jacob?
Yeah, he
Hated
hated me
you?
when I was teaching the class.
Wow, someone hated you? That's a
insane.
shocker,
No one
dude.
ever disliked me while I was a
Surprise.
freshman / sophomore / junior / right now. But yeah, one time we were in Miss McGuire's class, and there was a video of mud just being poured into a hole. And Kaylee looked over at me and she said, "Me after Taco Bell."
Oh, yeah.
And she laughed about it for
I remember
25
that,
minutes.
bruh. Oh, man, that's
And
funny.
so that's what it's like dating when you're a freshman.
Dude.
And then I almost beat up. Well, I didn't almost beat up because I give myself too much credit there. But the one time I've almost gotten into a fight with somebody was in that class with Christian. Christian. We'll censor the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all good. But anyway, dude, he was dating this girl. They were going to go to prom. They've been together for a month. And he's like, I'm buying her a $4,000 watch.
Oh, I remember that,
And I was
too.
like, dude.
I thought it was a ring.
Whatever it was. I don't care. It was
Someone was
something
gonna buy
expensive.
someone a ring,
If
and I
you've
was
been
like, no
dating,
fucking
if
way.
you've been dating for a month and you're spending over $20 on a gift for this person, okay, make them something. Give them a little pamphlet. I don't know.
Yeah,
Print out a
dude.
picture you like of the two of
Making
you.
something on your own is
Do not
always the way
spend
to
your
go.
daddy's money on something to put on her wrist so that she can dump you, which is what she did. Spoiler alert. But he was talking about that, and I'm in the class with, at the time, then my ex-girlfriend. And I was like, Christian, just be quiet about it. And he's like, you just said you got dumped and you don't have somebody to give something of that value to. It's like, dude.
What a prick.
What are you saying?
What's like-
He's such an ass, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's.
And then I remember
weird.
I stood up and then Miss McGuire's like, all right. You got to go out. And that's the one time I've had to be separated.
Do you remember when Spencer wore the wig?
Yeah.
Or
Our friend
the
Spencer used to
afro?
wear silly hats because he was making a statement, I guess, and he had this big, giant afro, and he had to take it off because it was cultural appropriation.
Well, that's the thing. Like Mrs. McGuire was, like, when she was like yelling at him for it, getting him in trouble for it. Her heart wasn't in it. She was just following the rules.
Yeah.
Like she didn't. I don't know if she really understood. Like I was looking at that and I was like, it's just a fucking afro,
It's an
bro.
afro.
Like, I guess it could be considered offensive.
He should have worn. He should just worn a clown afro. Or whatever,
well, yeah, but there's not one race of people that can grow afros.
I
That's
have
not
one.
how it is.
I have
exactly.
the
You see,
Jufro.
fucking this shit, bro. This is gonna
That's
be
not
an
an
afro. pretty
afro. Come on.
Well, obviously
it's too
it's
wavy.
not,
You
but-
got too much wave check going on.
If it was. When it was shorter, when it was on its way to here, the reason why it's flowing out
I
is
gotta
'cause it got
say,
too long.
your hair
Gravity started to affect it,
I know.
but it has to be a certain length for it to happen.
Your
But
hair
anyway,
looks. I gotta say the best it ever has.
Oh,
I like
thanks.
the length, and
I
I've
mean-
had other people tell that to me. So I just.
Oh,
it looks great.
That fucking means a lot. 'Cause
It's about. Can you go like this?
This should just.
There you go. I
Like that?
can't. I have enough.
Dude, I
but it
love
won't-
being able to do that.
it
'cause
won't go,
My
man.
cousin, when I was younger, he always had longer hair, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like he would like straighten it and shit, so it was really like almost Justin Bieber-esque.
Yeah.
And that shit just was cool, doing like that.
Yeah.
And I started just doing it like subconsciously, just
Well, it's
naturally.
a
Because
fucking
it does.
vibe,
It gets in
man.
your face, and then you're just like,
And you put the windows down in your car. You got the whole thing.
Oh,
It's whatever.
dude.
My hair stays like this, and it always looks like I have bedhead, and I can't do anything about it, and it won't even do this.
yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else? I got one more thing, and then we can do our
Star Wars?
Star Wars. Now, I have a proposal,
Okay.
and it's gonna make it a little more interesting.
Cool.
The loser has to take another bite.
Oh, fuck.
Okay?
I will not lose.
You're not gonna lose. The Force is with you. Do or do not. There's no try.
Fuck, dude.
The last thing I was gonna say is that China and the United States teamed up and made a human monkey embryo. Why? Why'd they do that?
Because the closest thing to humans is monkeys. And that's what.
So we're
in
gonna make
terms of
monkey
animals.
people?
And that
We're
yeah.
gonna make fucking monkey
Well,
people, man.
People have already been, not people, scientists,
They were
I don't
doing
know
that with
where,
pigs
probably
and
in other
shit.
countries, have
Yeah.
already been like cloning shit. I was trying to tell, I don't remember who, one of my friends, I was trying to, like, he was convinced that when you clone something in like the real world,
Yeah.
that it's just like, let's say it's a goat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take a goat and you clone it, and it's just that same goat. Boom, there you go. Same age, same everything. I was telling him that's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's not just you have it's not like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where it's
The same
or like
person, yeah.
or like it's not making a copy of it.
Mhm.
It's using the same
Genetics and
DNA
everything,
and
yeah.
genetics to grow another one.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna
They're
be
making synthetic
an
meat
adult.
now. Did you know that?
The synthetic meat?
They're taking because they're saying
I thought they were just gonna switch to like vegetables.
No, I mean that too, but a lot of CO2 emissions are from cow farms because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
farts, man.
Isn't that like
all
a high
farms.
percentage
Yeah.
of it?
So what they're gonna do?
That's like the only thing.
So what
that
they're-
that's
it's
the
not
first
gonna
and only
happen.
thing
I
I
know.
would think of.
What they
for
have
CO2
been able
emissions.
to do is they take something from a cow, and they can grow meat in like a piece of meat, like not a living animal, a piece of meat in a lab, like
Okay.
fucking flowers. I would not eat that. I would go vegetarian before I would eat synthetic meat.
Yeah.
And that's something. Oh, and that, I have a little thing. This is funny. My life's funny and ironic. I'm the butcher dating a vegetarian. And if that doesn't sound like a saying, that's a saying. And
That
if it's
has
not a
gotta be a
saying, now
saying.
it's just saying. Okay? He's
Let's-
the butcher dating the vegetarian.
That's the name of the episode.
Okay. No, it's not. It's too long.
Oh yeah. I guess
First
you're right.
episode's called Pilot, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's called Pilot,
It's just cause.
but
It
it's
just
Lester
is.
Bisque
That's-
1.
That's just how it
Pilot.
is. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to play Star Wars Heads Up for those of you who don't know how the game works. I'm going to put
Get a
something
life.
above my
Learn how.
head. It's going to have a prompt. I'm not going to look at this, I promise.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a.
You are going to give me clues, and you have to actually try to help me.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not... I will take a bite of this.
That's here now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Like,
know.
Now that you,
now
added
you
that
have to
little
win.
Spin,
I did, and dude, I'm thinking. I'm on the go and thinking. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna
yeah,
put
I'm
it on my
pretty good
head.
at this game. I've
Yeah.
played it a lot with
You know
other
how it works.
categories.
You
Yeah.
win if you put it down. You pass if you put it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 60 seconds. Whoever gets the least amount has to take another bite of lobster bisque.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap this shit up.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, you go first.
Let me, okay.
Okay, I don't even know. Just pass that one. That was stupid. Okay, he is the bad guy in the sequels.
Kylo Ren.
Yep. Alright, this is one of the coolest kinds of storm. I can't say the word.
Whatever.
Okay, snow planet.
Hoth.
Yep. The big monster on the snow planet.
Wampa.
Yep. All right. This was a stormtrooper quote. He said it to Obi-Wan when they were on Tatooine, looking for R2 and.
You're not the ones we're looking for?
Yeah, I said the words, but. Whatever.
Droids, whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Pod racer, Anakin's like rival.
I don't remember. It's like a weird name.
Yeah. Okay. This is how you get out of a ship, a larger ship. How you leave, like.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Whatever.
What the fuck? Okay, just.
Oh my God. Fuck you, Star Wars.
I gotta piss pretty bad. Okay, so it's up for pass.
Go. Just go. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, take your fucking time.
What did the Millennium Falcon have to do?
Kessel Run.
There you go. Who's Luke's sister?
Leia?
God damn it, dude. This is so annoying. The actor died a few years ago.
Oh,
and,
Carrie Fisher?
No. This is the actual person and something.
Oh, Peter Mayhew?
Yeah,
Chewbacca?
but who was he play?
Chewbacca.
No. Oh shit, dude. What's his? Yeah, whatever. It's Count Dooku.
Oh,
I should have said something like that.
Lloyd.
Okay, this is he's a new pilot in the new movies.
Poe Dameron?
Yep. And this is what they exploded in
The Death Star.
Yes.
Dude.
And this is the guy that
Luke Skywalker?
lives in the Death Star.
Oh, Darth Vader?
There you go,
Dude,
buddy. This is so
it really
stupid,
gave you the
dude.
short
I don't
end
know
of
who
the
this
stick,
is. Big
bro.
Stark letter. Just skip it. I don't know who that is.
That's Luke's friend.
Oh, okay. And this is where Padme was the queen of, or she lived there.
No.
And she was the queen on the planet.
Amidala. Naboo.
There you go. All right, cool.
I was gonna say Nebula. I said
God
Amidala.
damn it, dude.
Well,
Okay, guys.
so here we are, post-podcast, episode 1.
Yeah, second technical difficulties. So
For the challenge.
I lost.
Punishment,
Right.
actually.
I lost the Star Wars heads-up game. JMO can't even look at it, and I have to put it in my mouth.
It looks like fucking vomit.
If you guys want to look there.
Yeah, we didn't even
There you
show
go.
him
Yeah, now
before.
you get a real good view. And yeah, so I lost, so now I have to eat it, because if I don't, then this is not content. So let's get that content going, baby. And we're switching the phone because the microphone died.
Should I give you a bucket?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine. I can hold it. Or I can throw up in the bowl. And it won't look any
I'm gonna
different.
watch
Cool.
the screen
Here we go.
instead of you.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's just bad. It's just so bad.
Now, you know what it is?
Is there like lobster semen in there or something?
Maybe. But it is lobster bisque. And the reason we're eating this is because it's also the name of our brand new podcast that you guys just watched and hopefully enjoyed. And you made it through it the same way that I made it through digesting that somehow. Well, I haven't digested it. We'll see. I'll update you guys later.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still there. The taste is still in my mouth. So bad. It doesn't even taste like lobster.
I don't know